a top 19
Good looks with the links, bro. Good looks with the links.
academic rated school.
And now you post your...
Yeah, because...
God, what the happened?
Literally getting banned for starting a fight with co-nuisance streamer Jack Doherty, or getting permanently banned for committing a hit and run live on the platform and then skating off. Neon had very much a bad rep, and it was deserved.
Neon, like he's always like he's like constantly streaming himself. And like, no disrespect. I don't know him well enough.
He's like purposely provocative, and then when it's ready to happen, the bodyguards come in and say
that bothers me. I don't like how these cats are ripping around with big black security guards. They're essentially being the internet out in the real world, but with protection. Who's this kid? Who's this kid right here? Kid.
That's Jack. He's one of the worst.
He does the same thing, right?
Yeah, I've seen videos of him. They're both horrible.
Anytime you're tied to Jack Doherty, you want to try to get that name off you quick, fast, and in a hurry. You got to.
Oh yeah, you heard about this, bro? Yeah, that whole situation was crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was wild. It was just stupid, bro. Honestly, it was stupid. Yeah, dude is wild. Dude is wild. But he apparently changing. Neon is apparently changing. YouTube, I guess Neon he back on it. Twitch chat, Neon he back being himself, I guess. So, well, being the person that he should have been before he was doing all the cloud chasey stuff. But yeah, he be wilding out.
Rethink things. But recently Neon has been trying to turn over a new leaf. He's not aiming to go viral as much, not putting out the trash quality that it takes to go viral, but more so looking for a quality and wholesome approach. So Neon announced that he was doing this 24-hour stream where he was showcasing health, wellness, and him just being physically fit and better in life. You know, proper dieting, exercise, and
so you know Jack? You know about Jack? You probably know about Jack more than Neon.
Just overall positivity. So he partnered with this content creator called Santa Cruz Palo, and not only were his chat being disrespectful and saying this wasn't real, etc., but Santa Cruz Palo himself was being disrespectful while live streaming with Neon.
Get close. Who cares, man? Guys, I think we should throw Neon in the ocean. Chat, what do you think if I throw him in the ocean? It's cold. Ocean's like 55 degrees. I think we throw this one in the ocean. Let's go. Fucking hell. You got towels, bro. Shorts, let's go. Let's go. You want to do this? Let's go. Or I'm out. Yeah? Huh? Let's do an actual cold plunge, bro.
See, back in the day, Neon would do anything to go viral. Now, by back in the day, I'm talking about a year ago, but you ultimately catch my drift. He would allow people to challenge his manhood even if it meant that he could make a whole...
Yeah, he's popular, bro. He's popular. Both of them are popular.
Whole bunch of money and go viral and, you know, be
like
an internet sensation. But he is now showing that he is, you know, realizing who he is, coming into himself and saying that he's not going to put up with this stuff, even if it means jeopardizing the stream that he has planned out. To where Santa Cruz, after not being able to punk Neon or bully Neon, feels like he needs to walk away. And Neon is perfectly accepting of this. He's not going to turn around and put up with this shit.
I'm done getting humiliated on camera, bro. I'm 20 years old. What do I get out of a clip of me getting thrown in the ocean by a bunch of men, bro?
What you get, Neon, is what you've been getting for the past couple.
Yeah, like, how you gonna say, what do you get? Because this is what you're known for, bro. Like, that's why I say, once you know for something, like, you automatically expected to do that every single time. Like, every single time is, you know what I'm saying, is, you was expected to do something crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'll probably do it next time, bro.
Years, and I'm glad you can acknowledge this. I've got to give you a round of applause, because for the past couple of years you've been classified as a joke. You've been classified as somebody that I take seriously. You've been on stream with some of the most disgusting people on the internet, people that people hate and ridicule, and in the grand scheme of things, when you're seen out in public or when people have commentary about you, it's been negative, it's been disparaging, it's not been anything positive. And a lot of these younger streamers don't understand that concept. See, people have this chase to become famous. I think Gen Z said the career that they most want overwhelmingly is to be a content creator, but they don't know how to do this in a way that is long lasting and most importantly respectful. So they'll do anything it takes in order to become big dog on campus. Even
hey bro, I ain't gonna lie, as long as you're willing to learn, bro, that's all that matters, gang. As long as you're willing to learn or have the ability to learn, take advantage of what you can learn, bro, because it'll help you throughout your life. You know what I mean? Regardless of what anybody may say. So that's good. Keep up the work, bro. Keep up the work.
If it means
shout out to
embarrassing
Dimitri in the
themselves
chat.
public. But at some point you do have to grow up. And so in real time we are seeing Neon grow up, and all I can do is applaud him. See, back in the day Neon probably would have just crashed out.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. W's in the chat for Neon, cause he finally turning that page to be a grown man. You know what I'm saying? He's not a little boy no more. You know what I mean? He's still a puppy, but you know what I mean? At least he trying to act more mature now. He's putting all the goofy cloud chasing stuff behind him. That's good. Shout out to Neon.
The dude jumped in the pool because he said so, but made another meme or another clip and went viral because of it, just to be clowned on the internet. But now, even in these situations where it's so easy for him to not take the high ground, he is still willing to do that to show that he is the bigger person in these situations.
Genuinely, bro, I try to stay out of drama, stay out of controversy, stay out of problems. And I want to say, genuinely deep inside, I have no problem with Santa Cruz. I genuinely do feel like he was trying to push me. I just think it came off the wrong way, and I took it the wrong way. I genuinely thought when he said that on the thing, they were gonna throw me in the ocean. I was like, bro, I'm just not getting because the whole stream they were like talking a lot of shit and jokingly. I guess it was just like a tough big brother to like push you, you know? I don't want beef with anyone. I don't want anyone in this world to despise me. Not one person.
Now, I personally probably wouldn't even taken it that way, because if he gonna go low, I'm gonna go lower. And I'm the damn limbo champ. But it's good to see that Neon is taking into consideration who he is in the past and these pivotal moments in which he can change his future, and is taking full advantage of them. Because if we look in Neon's past, where he was literally in a Dubai jail looking at God knows how long the prison sentence could have been, because over there they don't play about the things that we play about in America.
Put the camera down. Oh, okay. Get off. All cameras are off. I just want to let you know we're trying to work with you guys.
If we can't film it, it's a problem. We can just leave it.
To the office, and after okay.
I'm so sorry, sir.
We've talked about how many times streamers have gone to different countries and ruined their reputation or risk.
Man, how many of y'all know Johnny Somali, man? That dude was crazy. He was crazy. YouTube, I know y'all know him. I know some of y'all know him. That dude was wild. He deserved to be in prison for this amount of time, because dude was bugging for real.
This massive amounts
he was
of jail
mad
time
disrespectful
for no reason.
and everything.
It is good to see that he saw that as a turning point, and it seems as though he is moving forward with his life and is not trying to go back down that path of being this dude in a jail cell, literally helpless.
They take me in for like questioning. There's just people talking to me, like, and the guy's like, "Oh, you're fine, no worries, what happened?" And I tell them what happened, and I was like, "Oh, it's probably because of this." They're like, "Oh yeah, you were filming where you shouldn't have been." I was like, "Yeah, but we didn't know, whatever." And then guy passes me on to another guy, which passes me on to another guy, which passes me on to like the final boss, and the final boss is like, "No, you're going to jail." And he's like, "No, I don't give a fuck, you're going to jail." All my friends and shit from Dubai, they were coming to the police station, like everyone, no one's saving him, he's going to jail.
I can't really say why bro was in jail. I mean, not in jail, but in prison. But what I will say, bro, is he was doing like illegal stuff in other countries. Like he was going to other countries and messing with people. So it's like, for example, if he came to Russia, where you live, and he was being disrespectful to your country and being disrespectful to the people that represent you, the people that represent your country, and saying slurs and disrespectful words and stuff to people in your country. That's what Johnny Somali was doing. He was going around being disrespectful to other people in other countries and stuff. Yeah. So that's why dude was that's why he got sent to prison for that amount of time, because he just kept piling up, and you know how that goes. So
that's why I started crying. Like I dead ass just started crying. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm going to jail.
And now Neon is seeing that he can catch more bees with honey than shit, and it is paid off tremendously. He's living out some of his dreams. He's having people go viral based off of being on his own streams and then passing back the flowers, like when he had Leangelo Ball on his stream earlier this year, who, to be quite honest with you, would not be in the situation that he is in today if he weren't on Neon streams. So now we have people breaking songs on Neon streams as if this is some sort sort of platform to break it on, and he seemingly has become a positive streaming experience overall. And not only is Neon changing, but the people around him are taking note and doing that same change as well. Even his girlfriend Sam Frank, who was in that OF Jack Doherty whole streamer nonsense from last year where they were all getting into beefs and stuff, like, it was honestly exhausting. But even she is seeing the error in some of her ways, and not only is she making a change for the relationship, but she's making a change for herself for seemingly the better.
Does she do OnlyFans?
She did, and then yeah.
Shout out to Neon and his shorty for making changes in their life, man. That's what life is about, man. You gotta change. You know what I mean? You can't stay the same. You're not gonna be young forever. So you gotta do something right, and you gotta make a change to better yourself and have a better future, and eventually have a family. Who, Neon? In the beginning, Neon wasn't. In the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, Neon wasn't, but you know, he trying to change his life around now, so he doing a little better now.
You had her delete it.
Yeah.
Oh dang, dude.
Like, it was the dumbest thing ever. Like, if you look back at it, I made fun of like OF girls, and I was like saying all this shit, like, you're selling your body, all this shit, and I got with one. Like, we had a talk, and she really genuinely wanted to do it for herself, and she's like, I really do want to change. I never wanted to do this in the first place. I just felt like I had to, but now I'm gonna work on myself. Obviously, pay cut, like whatever. She's not gonna make as much, but she'll be happier. So she made the decision. I was like, don't do it because of me. Do it because you want to. And she was like, I want to do it.
It can be extremely daunting to do a total career shift into an unforeseen lane, especially after finding success in one already. This is why you don't see a lot of the same types of streamers that Neon was or is make pivots like that. But honestly, those that have made those sorts of pivots have seen a lot of success in recent times. Now, I don't know if it's because of just the climate change that we're in politically or societally, but we have seen enough of that nuisance streaming, that sort of erratic streaming. If you look at plethora of commentary channels, you will see video after video after video of just people being tired of kids harassing kids, kids harassing adults, people being just obnoxious in public spaces, fighting people, getting into accidents, not taking any accountability, hopping on stream, blaming other people, etc., etc., etc. And people have gotten tired of that. It's getting to the point where these social media platforms are even cracking down on that type of content and having to place even stricter TOS on their platform from platforms that weren't even supposed to be TOS heavy in the first place, like Kick. And once you see, like Neon saw last year, where the bots aren't working or you're spending a ton of money and not seeing the results anymore, then you have to make a pivot. You have to make a change. So I do give applause to content creators.
And that's why I say, man, that fast burnout, it happens to everybody. Like, eventually you get tired of doing the nonsense. Like, you get tired of faking the personality. You get tired of being goofy and funny. Like, you get tired of that. That catches up to you quick. Like, just as much as it caused your career to go through the roof and everybody knew you, you eventually get tired of doing that over and over and over again. You know what I mean? So, like I said, once again, shout out to Neon for making that change. Shout out to his shorty for making that change, man. That's what's up.
Often on this channel who do see the error in their ways or see that there's no ultimate longevity in the career path that they go on and then make a pivot. I know I bash a lot of them, and that's because a lot of them deserve bashing, young or not. I do give praise to the young Dons of the world when they make a change, of the Jadeons when they make a change, of Neon right here when he makes a change. And this change honestly seems genuine.
I know he's done in the past that I personally don't agree with, but bro, people can always change.
Yeah.
In my opinion, people can change, and as long as they prove themselves, and there's always growth and maturity within people, you know.
And to some extent, I do agree with what FaZe Rug is saying, that people can change. Everybody has the ability to change, but it's about if your audience is willing to let you change. And what Neon realized is that your audience only has so much leash and leeway for your actions and your shenanigans. So it's better to catch it early than to catch it later, especially when so many eyes are on streaming and content creation as a whole at this very moment. And if you don't believe that people don't give much grace for people to give change, we can look at—
Yeah, I got you, bro. You know what I mean? Drop whatever you want to talk about, bro. I could put it in at the end of the stream, and we could just have a convo. You know what I mean? That'd be cool.
at people like Sneeko and Bruce drop them off right now to see that sometimes you can just burn an audience out and never gain it back again. Sneeko, while making the change and seeing some success and some, milestones in his own regard, is finding it very hard to transition audiences because he's burned so many bridges, and the audience that he cultivated while doing the right-wing grift doesn't want to see this new shit. Look, once your frontal lobe develops, you're not going to be doing the same stuff that you were doing when you were a kid. I mean, that naturally makes a lot of sense. But there's always that one old guy that's at a college party or at a high school party that just can't let go of the young shit that he was doing. And I'm glad that Neon isn't going to end up like that old guy at the party. Now, he left some of those old guys behind because I can't wait for Jack Doherty to come out and be a new person or ditch and abandon those ways.
Yeah, Jack, hopefully you take after Neon, man, because if you don't, you cook too, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
In an effort to change his whole narrative. I don't think he is. That kid's head is shaped like a Minecraft block, and I don't think that there's much brain.
That's hilarious.
But I'm glad that Neon can be a shining light for these people in order to tell them, hey, this is how you move into a new era, and this is how you have a long-lasting career.
Facts. W's in the chat for Neon. W's in the comments for Neon, man. Shout out to Neon for making that change, man. Proud of him, man. For real. Like and subscribe.